Welcome back to another episode of Reform Deformity, aka let's spread that peace and love to the community, aka Deformity Amplify. In today's episode, we're going to be talking about health is wealth and wealth is health and how that ties together and what that actually means. Thanks for continuing to tune in and spread that peace and love to the community. And, let's see. To be clear, I'm not a licensed professional psychiatrist, doctor, or therapist, but I am professional at being a deformity amplifier and being a peacekeeper and peacemaker. And I'm professional at being me and loving myself and spreading that love to others. So that's tip one. Tip one is to be a professional you. Understand what you like to do and understand of what you love about yourself. And not, to follow the crowd, not to be subdued to what is going on in the social world and fall victim to what everybody else is doing. Understanding what makes you happy, that's very important as well. Like I said, what makes me happy, comedy.
Here you are, yet again. But I can stand here. Wait, hold on. Is that extra lip you giving me? Man, I'll slap your whiskers off into that litter box back there.
Laughing, going for a drive, on a bad day, on a good day, in the community, helping out in the community, seeing people smile, talking to different people, talking to my family, understanding how they feel about different things, getting different perspectives on what's going on in life, and understanding how people feel and why they feel the way that I don't blame myself for things I can't control, especially the way I look. I pride myself on the way I look, and I love the way I look, and I love the way I am. And as long as I'm being optimistic and positive and not, saying anything to harm anybody, I love inspiring people, living my story and helping others find their way, and I'm helping others live the way that they want to live, in an optimistic way, in a positive way. So, it's very important to understand what makes you happy and understand and how to get through your bad days and how to, get through and continue to get through your good days. For me, how do I deal with bad days? On bad days, I just go for a drive, try to clear my mind. I love to write. Writing is therapy for me, write out poetry or write out a song. Music is also therapy for me. I love to just go for a drive, listen to some music. Comedy is really, I love, comedy. I love to laugh. You gotta learn to laugh, Laughing makes life a lot better, Even if, you got a situation you're going through, learn to laugh at yourself. Like, that's how I got through, dark times in my life. I learned how to laugh at myself, Everybody's not perfect. There's no perfect person. And I love my Baltimore comedians. I'm not going to list them all. I won't leave nobody out. But I love my Baltimore comedians, listening to comedy. Laughing is healing. Tip number 2, don't shame yourself. Don't blame yourself for things you can't control. Understand that I can't blame myself for what I can't control. I do take accountability for what I can control, but the things I can't control, I can't blame myself for that. And don't allow others to blame you for things you can't control. Don't allow others to guilt trap you or put a lot of blame on you for things that is out of your control, whether that be at work, relationships, friendships, any of that. And speaking on friendships and relationships, you can't blame yourself or live your life around somebody else's life. Like if you send somebody a message and they don't respond, hey, just go on about your day. Like it's nothing you did, or maybe you did something to make them not respond. I don't know, your situation, but just as far as like if you're a good person and genuine and authentic with yourself, then there's no reason to blame yourself for anything that you can't control. And one last thing, it's also important to understand what you don't like as well as what makes you happy. Because, in order to understand the things that make you happy, you also have to understand what you don't like. And don't fall victim for people, trying to get you to like things that you don't like. So it's important to understand what you don't like. Things that I don't like people driving and not putting their turn signals on, and people that's on driving tailgating you, meaning that they're right on your bumper even when there's traffic in front of you. I can't stand that. I can't stand people gossiping. Like, I don't know what's up with this, with society. I mean, gossip has been around for as long as I can remember, but now it seems like a lot of men are being the ones to gossip, and I can't stand it. People like, hey Ron, did you know that this person did this? Did you know that bop bop bop? And I'm just like, come on, y'all. It's crazy. Like, it's none of my business. I don't need to know people's personal business. In case they tell me, keep business your business. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just mind my own business. It seems like people don't mind their business anymore. Now, I can understand if it was a crime committed or something of that nature where someone's life is at danger, but, not just making somebody else, like, feel like they're a target, talking about somebody in a negative way. Now, roasting, that's something different. That's, a comedy aspect, but, that's another one of my pet peeves. I can't stand this gossip. Individual that acts like they know everything or know it all, if you will. It's like, hey, Ryan, did you know that the square root? I'm like, nobody asked for all that information. Like, I just here, just trying to do my job. I ain't nobody come and ask. I'm just trying to take these pictures. Ain't nobody, hey Ryan, did you know that there's a new, hey, it's cool to talk about different things, but you don't have to always act like you know everything. Like, it's not important. Pet peeve of mine is know-it-alls, It's cool to know things, but you don't have to, share all that information all the time. Another pet peeve of mine is people that don't listen to advice, or that don't really just don't take advice. If they ask for advice and then they don't take it, it's like, dang, that was a waste of my time. Another kind of pet peeve of mine is like when people chew with their mouth open. It's like, what's the use for that? Why are you chewing with your mouth open? Don't nobody need to see your food. And then I guess this kind of ties into that, but explosive sneezing. When people sneeze explosively, it's like, dang, like what's going on? What's up with your sneezing situation? But I mean, it's just a couple pet peeves. I mean, like I said, it's important to know what you like and what you don't like. But it's not my pet peeves is not something that I can't deal with. It's just some things that I don't like. Not saying I don't care for the people that do have some of those pet peeves, but just gotta move on and live your life and love your life. And much love and peace to all my subscribers. We reached over 50 subscribers, so I'm gonna be doing a giveaway, $50 gift card, or so just leave a like and a comment about how you found the channel and what makes you happy, and thanks for continuing to tune in, and remember to continue to do a great job at spreading that peace and love to the community, and one love, bless up.